Hello students, how are you all? I hope everyone fine. So in last class we learned scalar product and few problems about it. So now we are going to continue the problems part of scalar product or dot product. Okay. So we have one very important question as a first question for today's class. Okay, very important question. Remember that. Very important question. Observe carefully. Yeah, so what is given? A, B, C are unit vectors. So A, B, C are unit vector means their magnitude is 1. Their magnitude is 1. Remember that. So magnitude of all the three vector is equal to 1. Such that vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equal to 0 vector. So sum of these three vector is 0 vector and their magnitude is 1 because they are unit vectors. So we have to find out the value of this expression. Very simple. Observe carefully. I'll give you one result. Okay, easy to remember, nothing to worry because you saw this type of result in algebra also. Did you remember what is A plus B plus C whole square? A square plus B square plus C square plus, I'll write below, 2 times AB, right, plus 2 times BC plus 2 times CA. Now instead of simple numbers, here we have vectors. Okay, the squaring means you have to square their magnitude. Okay, dot, it's not simple multiplication, it's dot. So A plus B plus C whole square and then A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2C. Remember for algebra? Yeah. So it's same result. How to get? Okay, you write this as A plus B into A plus B plus into A plus B plus C. Rearrange, you will get this definitely. Okay. So that is your work if you want to verify. But remember this result very useful to solve these types of problem. Remember that. Okay. Now it is given that vector A plus B plus C is a 0 vector. So 0 vector and then the magnitude is 0. Alba. Vector 0, the magnitude must be 0, right? What is the I hope you remember the definition of 0 vector. What is 0 vector? Magnitude is 0. Okay. This is 1. This is also 1. This is also 1. Correct? Because they are unit vectors. Plus 2 times keep this as it is. A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A. Okay. Now this implies we required this expression. Why we required this expression? So this implies vector A dot B plus vector B dot C plus vector C dot A equal to this sum is will be 3, and if you take it to right hand side, okay, it will be minus 3, or left hand side minus 3. So whole thing is multiplied. Okay, you can directly write. Yeah, let me write that final step in the next step. So 2 times equal to minus 3. Therefore, vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector C plus vector C dot vector A is equal to minus 3 by 2. Equal to minus 3 by 2. So this is an important question as I told. Please remember this particular question example for 3 marks. Remember that. Artha important question. So remember this result, substitute. That's it. Clear? Yes. Next question. If the vertices AB and C of a triangle ABC are respectively, find angle ABC. Okay, so let me write one rough diagram. This is A, this is B, this is C. A is given as 1, 2, 3. B is given minus 1, 0, 0. C is given 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we need angle ABC and the E angle, let it be theta. To find out angle ABC, you have to find out vector AB and vector BC. We have to find out vector AB and vector BC. So first find out vector AB. Andre OB minus OA. Alva nenpide alva idu. So what is vector AB now? OB minus OA. Minus 1 of minus 1 minus 2I. Correct? 0 minus 2 minus 2J. 0 minus 3 minus 3K. This is vector AB. Similarly, you find out vector BC. It is OC minus OB. OC minus OB. OC minus OB. So that will be 0 minus of minus 1 I. 1 minus 0. So 1J. Plus 2 minus 0 plus 2K. Correct? So I hope you understood. Okay, why we are finding, because we need angle between vector AB and vector BC. Now how to find out angle between two vectors? I hope you remember cos theta is equal to vector AB dot vector BC divided by their magnitude. Then right? No. So first you take the dot product between the vector AB and vector BC. that will be minus 2 minus 6 divided by square root of 4 plus 9, 1 plus 1 plus 4. So ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? So this will be minus 10 ಅಲ್ವಾ? Minus 10 divided by 8 plus 9, 17. This is 6 root 6. Okay, this is cos theta equal to minus 10 by root 17 and root 6. But it is acute angle, right? So this implies you can write theta is whenever acute angle is required, you would use a modulus sign because dot product can be negative, right? So use a modulus sign when you get only the negative sign. So it is cos inverse of 10 by root 17 into root 6. Further simplification is not required since we need acute angle. So write this, or to be a more safer side, like okay, it's not wrong, but in no confusions there, you write like this, then no problem at all. Theta is equal to cos inverse of minus 10 by root 17 into root 6. So this is the angle between the vector AB and vector BC. That is nothing but angle between the two angle ABC. That is nothing but angle ABC. So this is the final answer. So if you want to find an angle between which is present in the triangle, you find out the two vectors, okay, which is adjacent to that angle, then use a formula cos theta, easily you will get the answer. Okay, so write either like this or you write like this, cos inverse of 10 by root 17 into root 6. Correct? I hope you will agree with this, right? Yeah. Next question. First question. Yeah. Next question, show the vectors form vertices of a right angle triangle. See, ಇದೇ ತರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು, we find out the three vectors AB, BC, CA, their magnitude, we use Pythagoras theorem. Now I'll show you another method to solve such problems. Okay, see, it is given that it is right angle triangle, and definitely one angle must be a 90 degree alva. You have one angle definitely 90 degree, so pick the vector, okay, whose dot product is 0. So observe carefully. Yeah, so in kodedu position vectors, right? Vector OA is given 2i minus j plus k. Vector OB is given. These are the position vectors, so that the vectors form the vertices of a right angle triangle. OB is given, okay, it will be I minus 3j minus 5k. Vector OC is given, which is 3i minus 4j minus 4k. Exam ಈ question ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ solve ಮಾಡಿ, use a magnitude and use Pythagoras theorem and prove it, or use the method which I am going to explain now. So first find out vector AB. AB and then OB minus OA. So I minus 2i minus I minus 3j plus 2j minus 5k minus 1k andre minus 6k ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. So similarly find out vector BC. So 3i minus I 2i, correct? Minus 4j plus 3j minus j, right? Then minus 4k plus 5k and then plus k, correct? One more vector is required, vector AB, BC and CA. C and then 3 minus 2i I minus 4j plus j minus 3j minus 4k minus k minus 5k. So after this you have two options. One, you take its magnitude, use Pythagoras theorem, show that these three vertices are the triangle, or use dot product and show that the dot product 0 of any two. If one of the angle is 90 degree 100%, okay, it's a right angle triangle. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇರಬಹುದು ಹೇಳಿ? So check first, 1 into 1 minus 1 minus 6. Here you'll get, no, this is not possible, maybe these two. Okay, so let me check that. So now take BC dot vector CA. In ಬರುತ್ತೆ 2 plus 3, correct? Minus 5. Yeah, we guess that maybe these two, and our guess is perfect. So vector BC dot vector CA ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 0. So this implies which angle is 90 degree? Angle BCA is 90 degree. If one of the angle is 90 degree, definitely the triangle is right angle triangle. Therefore triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Is a right angle triangle. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ವಿತ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೈಥಾಗೋರಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್, or you can solve like this also. Remember that, okay? You identify the two vector whose dot product is 0. If dot product 0, you know they are perpendicular. Perpendicular is nothing but 90 degree. If one of the angle is 90 degree, definitely the triangle is right angle triangle. So I hope even this problem you also understood. Compulsory ಇದೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ನೀವು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿವ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್, right? Yeah, I'm moving to the next question. If either vector A, this is a little different question, observe carefully. If either vector A 0 vector or vector B is a 0 vector, then A dot B is 0. Obvious alva, confusion illa, because 0 vector andreno magnitude 0 alva. 0 vector andre all its coefficient is 0. I'll just explain this, okay? See, if vector A is 0, okay, that means what? It is nothing but 0 into I plus 0 into j plus 0 into k. Did you agree with me? Then only it is possible to represent, okay, vector A as a 0 vector. Okay, remember 0 vector we can represent like this. If the coefficients of one vector is 0, then dot product obvious alva. Suppose B, vector B is equal to b1i, okay, plus b2j plus b3, okay, b3k. Then what is vector A dot B? What will be the vector A dot B? Tell me. Then vector A dot B will be equal to 0. Definitely 0. Correct? Agree with me? B1 into 0, B2 into 0, B3 into 0. You know that from the definition of dot product. So definitely A dot B will be 0. So it is proved. Okay. So definitely vector A dot B will be 0 plus 0 plus 0 equal to 0. Like first work karta hai talma? Huh? First work karta hai. If one of the vector is 0, definitely dot product is 0. Confusion illa. But but converse need not be true. Justify your answer with an example. Converse andre no? Now if vector A dot B is equal to 0, then remember that no need vector A is equal to 0 or vector B is equal to 0. No need. Compulsory nilla. For example, take vector A is equal to I. Is it a 0 vector? Definitely this is not equal to 0 vector. Take vector B is equal to j, and even this is also not equal to 0 alva. They are a unit vector, but you know vector A dot vector B is equal to I dot vector j, and you know this is equal to 0 because vector I and j are perpendicular to each other. See, dot product is 0, but other two vectors is not equal to 0. This is an example to justify the answer that converse is not true. Aste. So this answer already work completed. So first you prove that if one of the vectors 0, dot product 0, we proved here. Remember, observe carefully, this is proof for that. Okay, this is a proof for that. It's a part of the solution. Okay, I don't have, okay, here for the space management I wrote like this. Remember that. Okay, so proof of this expression here. Remain the converse proof. I hope you can see. Okay, it is here. Confusion agbedi. Correct agi barkodi. This is a proof of the converse, this is a proof of the direct statement. Understood? Yes, very good. So next question. Show that vector magnitude of vector A into B, this is not dot product, simple multiplication, plus magnitude of vector B into vector A is perpendicular to magnitude of vector A into B minus magnitude of vector B into vector A. Perpendicular ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? When their dot product is 0, you proved that they are perpendicular to each other. So only our work is to complete this work is to prove that dot product is 0. Okay? So observe carefully. Dot product ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು? So this will be magnitude of vector A whole square into B dot B. Correct? ಅಂದ್ರೆ again magnitude of vector B square ಬರುತ್ತೆ. This into this, correct? Next this into this minus magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into vector B dot vector A, correct? This into this, okay? Next this into this plus magnitude of vector B into magnitude of vector A into A dot B, correct? Plus and minus magnitude of vector B square into magnitude of vector A square, because A dot A is, you know, A dot A is magnitude of vector A square. So plus minus cancel. Whether this is same? Yeah, this is all same, and plus and minus. So all the terms get cancelled. So this implies, you know, the given vectors are perpendicular. The given vectors are perpendicular because we are able to prove that their dot product is 0. We are able to prove that their dot product is 0. Clear? So just take the dot product between this vector and this vector and show that their dot product is 0, and you prove that two vectors are perpendicular vector. I hope you understood. Very good. So we completed scalar product and scalar product problems. Except one or two problems in exercise, everything is solved. So whichever I left, please work out yourself. It will be a homework problem. You identify ಯಾವುದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ 99% ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಯಾನೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನೋಡಿ, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. Okay, so as I told, I am moving to the next important product between two vector, and it is called cross product. So let me start the cross product by defining it. Okay, so definition is as follows: the cross product between two non-zero vectors, the cross product between two non-zero vector is a vector. This is important term, is a vector. Okay, is a vector A cross B. Observe my definition. Is a vector A cross B, and it is equal to, it's a vector A cross B, and it is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into n cap into sin theta. See, yaudalide magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into sin theta into n cap, where you know theta is nothing but angle between two vectors, where theta is an angle between two vector, and n cap, observe carefully, this is an interesting work. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A and B, and remember vector A, vector B and n cap form a right-handed system. This thumb will representing n cap, these two fingers represent vector A and vector B, and you can observe that thumb will be perpendicular to both these two. So n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. Remember that n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. And one more thing, okay, n cap will be the resultant of the vector A cross B. A cross B is always along n cap. A cross B is always along n cap. This is called right hand system. Maybe physics alli ನೀವು left hand system ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, current ಅಲ್ಲಿ most current chapter ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, so ಅದೇ ತರ right hand system ಇದೆ. This is vector A, this is vector B, and this represent n cap, and n cap is a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. Please remember this. Okay, so remember n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. Rough diagram I can show you like this, but it is not a right diagram will be like this. Remember that. Okay, so this is the definition of cross product. You know, A cross B equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into sin theta into n cap, where n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. So as we learn in dot product, after defining we are going to learn its properties. Here also we have one big list of properties. So first 2 or 3 properties are there now in the board. Observe carefully. See, first very important term we should learn or we should know about the cross product is a vector. This product is a vector product. Resultant is a vector. Yaake resultant vector? Okay, magnitude of vector A is a scalar. Nothing to worry. Magnitude of B is also scalar. Sin theta is also scalar. But you are multiplying the product of 3 scalar with the unit vector. So whenever you multiply a scalar to a unit vector, the resultant is a vector again. So because of this n cap, vector A cross B is a vector. Vector A cross B is a vector. So the another name for the cross product is vector product. Another name for the cross product is vector product because resultant is vector. Very good. Now see, in dot product we saw that dot product is commutative. But in cross product it is not commutative. Observe carefully. We know what I mean by A cross B, alba. Suppose if I start to define B cross A according to this definition, this will be magnitude of vector B, magnitude of vector A, sin theta, but you cannot use the n cap which is used in the A cross B. This is for A cross B, and this will be for B cross A. This will be for B cross A. This n cap is opposite to this n cap. Magnitude is same, that is a unit vector, but direction is opposite to each other. So if this is n cap, downwards will be minus, okay, n cap, which you are going to use it for B cross A. Since direction is downwards, for which is okay, opposite to the first one, so there is a change in the unit vector which is minus n cap. You cannot use the n cap you should use minus n cap because direction is downwards. Remember that. Magnitude is same, which is a unit vector. Now if you rearrange, this will be magnitude vector A, magnitude vector B sine theta into, see, I can write that minus sign in the beginning, so it is minus n cap. Now what does this represent? This represent, that represent A cross B, so minus of A cross B. So you are able to prove that B cross A is minus of A cross B, or A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. This property is known as anti-commutative property. ANTI, remember, anti-commutative property of cross product. Understood? Dot product is commutative, cross product is anti-commutative. Anti-commutative andre A cross B is equal to minus B cross A. In dot product, when you take the dot product with itself, okay, you will get some number. But in cross product, when you take the cross product with itself, the resultant is a zero vector. It's a zero vector. It is a zero vector. Reason is, observe carefully, magnitude of vector A into magnitude vector A into sine of angle between them is 0 into n cap. Alva? Now, what is sine 0? 0. So out of this product, 1 is 0 means the product should be 0. So please remember, whenever you take the cross product with itself, the resultant is 0 vector. Whenever you take the cross product with itself, resultant will be a 0 vector. Artha aita? So these are the first three properties of cross product. So the next property, okay, in dot product is the fourth one. If A is a collinear or parallel to vector B, then cross product between two vectors. If vector A is a parallel or collinear to vector B, then what may be the value of cross product between vector A and B? Observe carefully. Magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into sine of 90 degree into n cap. Alva? What is the value of sine 90 degree? Sorry. Okay, it should be 0. Okay, it should be 0. Sine 0 is equal to n cap. So vector A, magnitude vector A into magnitude vector B into sine 0 is equal to into n cap, and sine 0 is equal to 0. Alva, sine 0 is equal to 0. So when two vectors are collinear or parallel, then dot product between two vector is a 0 vector. See, when you take cross product with itself, then also 0. When you take cross product of two collinear vector or the parallel vector, then also cross product will be 0. Please remember that. But then also cross product between two vector will be 0. Suppose vector A is perpendicular to vector B, then there is no particular value. Remember that. So I'm not taking that as a property of the cross product. It is a vector A is perpendicular to vector B. Okay, then only case is sine 90 will be 1, so remaining will present. So then a property but remember, when you take the cross product with itself and when two vectors are collinear or parallel, dot cross product between two vector will be 0. Then a very important result. Okay, next one is also important because this is required in simplification of problems in cross product. So that is cross product between unit vector, cross product between unit vectors. Okay, so first one, I cross A, I cross I. What may be the answer? You are taking cross product with itself. Whenever you take cross product with itself, the resultant will be 0 vector. This is also 0 vector. This is also 0 vector, because whenever you take cross product with itself, the product will be 0. I cross J. In Agathele, I cross J. Magnitude of I is 1, magnitude of J is 1, right? Sine 90 is also 1, and remaining is a vector which is perpendicular to both, that is K cap. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಹೇಳೋದು? ಸಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿದು? Magnitude of vector I, magnitude of vector J, okay, sine 90, because angle between them is 90 degree, and the unit vector which is perpendicular to both I and J is nothing but K cap. So all this will be 1, all these three will be 1, so answer is K cap. Answer is K cap, remember that. So similarly, J cross K is I, K cross I is J. But if you rotate ulta, you know I cross J is K andre J cross I ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ minus K ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? K cross J ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ minus I ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, because anti-commutative property. I cross K is equal to minus J because of anti-commutative property. Remember these three with the minus sign. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So these are the dot product, cross product between unit vector. I cross I, J cross J, K cross K will be 0 vector. I cross J will be giving third one K, J cross K will be given I, K cross I will be given J. When you take the reverse order, it will be minus K, minus I, minus J. So one easy method is you can remember this like this. Okay, I cross J will be giving K, J cross K I cross K cross I, J cyclic order. Okay, consider money, you can write this easily. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎಸ್. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಸಿ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಇದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಏನು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಸೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೆಮ್. ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ದೆನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ನೋ, ಓಕೆ, ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಬಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಇಂಟು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿ. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು? a cross b ಗೆ you take the magnitude on both sides. Here I explain. Magnitude of a cross b is magnitude of vector a, magnitude of vector b, sin theta into magnitude of n cap. What is the magnitude of n cap? 1. So this will be erased, right? So what is remaining? Sin theta. Sin theta andre no, this divided by this. So remember, this is not compulsory to remember. Even if they ask find sine of angle between them, you find out cos theta dot product, then find out sin theta. Okay, so sometimes you may require, for that reason I am giving sin theta equal to magnitude of vector a cross b divided by their magnitude. I hope you can remember this. Okay, artha aitalla hege bandu ante ಹೇಳಿ. Next one is important, observe carefully, very important result, the geometrical meaning of a cross b. Okay, so consider magnitude of a cross b. Consider magnitude of a cross b, that is magnitude of vector a, magnitude of vector b into sin theta into magnitude of n cap. But magnitude of n cap, 1, so it will be not there. Okay, now observe carefully, magnitude of vector oa andre full this length, that is nothing but magnitude of vector a andre oa, magnitude of vector b andre ob into sin theta. Now in this right angle triangle, define sin theta. In this right angle triangle, define sin theta. Definition sin theta though opposite bm divided by hypotenuse, that is ob. So this implies bm enagate ob into sin theta. So this ob into sin theta, I will replace this as a bm. This OB into sin theta will be replaced by BM. So OA hage barate, OB into sin theta is BM. Now OA will be considered as a base of the parallelogram. OA will be considered as a base of the parallelogram, and BM will be considered as the height of the parallelogram. BM will be considered as a height of the parallelogram. So what is base into height? For a parallelogram, base into height is nothing but area of a parallelogram, right? No, base into height will be considered as the area of the parallelogram. So remember, the magnitude of vector a cross b, magnitude of vector a cross b will be representing area of the parallelogram. So magnitude of vector a cross b represent area of a parallelogram, because nothing but base into height. So remember, a cross b represent, magnitude of a cross b represent area of a parallelogram. This is geometric meaning of a cross b. Then area of a triangle is half. Okay, suppose you want to find out this region. Okay, it is exactly half of the area of the parallelogram. So it is half into magnitude of vector a cross b. It is half into magnitude of vector a cross b. So then if you want to find out area of a parallelogram, find cross product, their magnitudes, you will get the area of a parallelogram. If you want to find out area of a triangle, find the magnitude of a cross b, then divided by 2. Okay, so next property of cross product, that is m into vector a cross b. ಇದನ್ನು ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ. m into vector a cross b. Okay, this cross product is m into vector a cross b. m into vector a cross b. You are going to take that m outside from a cross b, will get this. Now okay, ಇದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ mostly last list ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. Okay, so nothing to worry. The next one, cross product is distributive over addition. Distributive property. A cross b plus is a cross b plus a cross. ಇದು ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು a cross b plus c ಅಂದ್ರೆ a cross b plus a cross c. I hope you can remember this. This is a simple property of distributive property. No need to prove, just remember it. Okay, so the last property of cross product, okay, this is also very important one. So if vector a is equal to a1i plus a2j plus a3k, vector b is equal to b1i plus b2j plus b3k, please remember this formula. This is a method to find out cross product between two vectors when you know the components of the two vectors. Okay, proof actually exam point of view may not be required, but I'll show you how to get this, and because definitely you'll get the question how it will be determinant. Vector determinant, how it is merged. Observe carefully. So what is required? A cross b. Alba a cross b is equal to a1i plus a2j plus a3k. I'll not write cap. You okay? Right. Cross b1i plus b2j plus b3k. You have to take the cross product between the two vectors and using the property that cross product is distributive over addition. So in barateli a1 cross a1 into b1 into I cross I. Okay, I cross A will be 0, right? So ಇದೆರಡು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೆರಡು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So remaining elements you will get. So I will not write the term which gives 0 because I cross I is 0. So a1 and a1 b2 this into this a2 b1 and it will be minus a2 b1. Why a minus? This is I cross j, this is j cross a. So I will write I cross j minus I cross j. Okay, then next okay, a1 b1 is over, a2 b1 is over, a1 b3. Okay, a1 b3 a3 b1 again a3 b1 again it is actually I cross k and k cross I. So I'll write I cross k. Correct? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲಾಯ್ತು a2 b1 okay, it's done. Next a1, okay, this all the three product is done. a2 b1 is over, a2 b2 already 0, a2 b3 agli. Okay, so a2 b3 minus a2 b3, okay, then a3 b2 ಇದೆರಡು product, okay, minus a3 b2. Observe carefully here, a2 b3 ನು j cross k, a3 b2 k cross j ಅಂದ್ರೆ minus of j cross k ಬರೀತೇನೆ because of anti-commutative property. Correct? So now this is equal to a1 b2 minus a2 b1. What is I cross j? K alva, plus a1 b3 minus a3 b1. I cross k is j, right? I cross k is minus j, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ minus ಬರೀತೇನೆ. Next plus a2 b3 minus a3 b2, j cross k is equal to I. So I'll write this first term here, a2 b3 minus a3 b2 into I. I'll keep the second term as it is, a1 b3 minus a3 b1 into j, plus last term as it is in the last position. The first term I'll write in last position, and you can check this is nothing but determinant ijk a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3. So this will be the answer. This proof is not compulsory for exam, but ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಸಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. So these are the 10 properties of cross product. In next my class I am going to discuss problem from cross product. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Thank you.